Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into 10 easy budget hacks that actually work. Whether you're looking to save extra cash or make your money go further, these tips are for you. We'll cover everything from tracking your spending to negotiating your bills so you can start seeing a real difference in your finances. Alright, let's kick things off with the foundation of any good budget: tracking your spending. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tracking expenses is about as fun as watching paint dry, but trust me on this one. You can't fix what you don't track. It's like trying to lose weight without knowing how many calories you're consuming. The good news is tracking your spending is easier than ever. You can use a simple spreadsheet, a budgeting app, or even just a good old-fashioned notebook. The key is to be consistent and write down every single expense, no matter how small. That $5 latte might not seem like a big deal, but those little expenses can really add up over time. Think of it like this. Every dollar you spend is a decision. Are you choosing to spend $5 on a latte, or are you choosing to invest that $5 and let it grow over time? When you start tracking your spending, you become more aware of those decisions, and can start making choices that align with your financial goals. Once you've been tracking your spending for a month or two, analyze where your money is going. You might be surprised to see how much you're spending on things like eating out or entertainment. Once you have that information, you can start looking for areas where you can cut back and save even more money. Now that you've got a handle on your spending, it's time to create a budget. Think of your budget as your financial roadmap. It tells your money where to go each month so you can reach your financial destination. And just like a roadmap helps you avoid getting lost, a budget helps you avoid overspending and racking up debt. The first step is to figure out how much money you have coming in each month. This includes your salary, any side hustle income, and any other sources of income. Once you know how much money you have to work with, you can start allocating it to different categories. Start with your essential expenses, like housing, transportation, food, and utilities. These are the non-negotiables, the things you absolutely need to pay for each month. Once you've covered your essentials, you can start allocating money to other categories like debt repayment, savings, and fun money. The 50-30-20 rule is a great place to start. This rule suggests allocating 50% of your after-tax income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. Now, this is just a guideline, so feel free to adjust it based on your own needs and goals. The key is to be realistic and create a budget that you can actually stick to. Find a balance that allows you to enjoy your life while still making progress towards your financial goals. Alright, let's talk about one of my favorite budgeting methods: cash envelopes. This is an old-school budgeting technique that has stood the test of time for a reason. It works. Here's how it works. At the beginning of each month, withdraw cash for your budget categories like groceries, entertainment, and gas. Label each envelope with the category and the amount of cash you've allocated. Once the envelope is empty, you're done spending in that category for the month. Now, I know what you're thinking: carrying around a bunch of cash is so inconvenient. But here's the thing, that inconvenience is actually a good thing. It forces you to be more mindful of your spending. When you have to physically hand over cash, you're more likely to think twice about whether you really need that item. It's a lot harder to overspend when you can see exactly how much money you have left. One of the best pieces of financial advice I ever received was to pay yourself first. What does that mean? It means automating your savings. Instead of waiting until the end of the month to see how much money you have left over to save, set up automatic transfers to your savings account on the day you get paid. Think of it like this. Your savings should be a non-negotiable expense, just like your rent or your car payment. By automating your savings, you're making sure that you're consistently putting money aside for your future self. The beauty of automating your savings is that it takes the willpower out of the equation. Over time, those small, consistent contributions can really add up. Let's be real. Grocery shopping can be a dangerous game. You walk into the store with the best of intentions, but then you get sidetracked by the tempting displays and the buy one, get one free deals. Next thing you know, you're walking out with a cart full of impulse buys and a serious case of buyer's remorse. That's where meal planning comes in. By planning your meals for the week and creating a shopping list, you can avoid impulse buys and reduce food waste. Plus, it saves you time and energy during the week because you don't have to think about what's for dinner every night. Start by browsing recipes online or in cookbooks, and choose meals that sound good to you. Once you have your meals planned out, create a shopping list with all the ingredients you need. Listen, I'm all for treating yourself to the good stuff every now and then, But when it comes to everyday essentials like groceries and household items, don't be afraid to buy generic brands. You'd be surprised how often the generic brand is just as good as the name brand, but at a fraction of the cost. Think about it, you're paying for the name brand's advertising and marketing costs when you buy their products. Generic brands, on the other hand, don't have those same overhead costs, so they can afford to sell their products at a lower price. There are some products where the name brand is worth the extra cost. But for the most part, generic brands are just as good as their name brand counterparts. Many generic brands are actually manufactured in the same factories as the name brands, just with different packaging. So next time you're at the grocery store, don't be afraid to venture out of your comfort zone and try some generic brands. We live in a world of subscription services. From streaming services to meal kit deliveries to monthly clothing boxes, there's a subscription for everything these days. And while these services can be convenient and enjoyable, they can also put a serious dent in your budget if you're not careful. It's time to take a hard look at your subscriptions and cancel any that you're not using regularly. Go through your bank statements and credit card statements and identify all of your recurring subscriptions. Then ask yourself, am I actually using this service? If not, it's time to hit the cancel button. Cleaning products are another area where you can save a significant amount of money by going the DIY route. You don't need a bunch of fancy, expensive cleaning products to keep your home sparkling clean. In fact, some of the most effective cleaning agents are common household ingredients that you probably already have on hand. Take vinegar, for example. Vinegar is a natural disinfectant and deodorizer, and it can be used to clean everything from countertops to floors to windows. Baking soda is another versatile cleaning agent that can be used to scrub away grime, deodorize surfaces, and even unclog drains. DIY cleaning products are not only easier on your wallet, they're also better for the environment. Traditional cleaning products are often loaded with harsh chemicals that can be harmful to your health and the environment. Listen, I'm not suggesting you become an extreme couponer, but there's no shame in saving a few bucks here and there by using coupons and cashback apps. In fact, it's smart to take advantage of these resources to stretch your budget further. There are tons of great coupon apps out there that make it easy to find deals on groceries, clothing, electronics, and more. Simply browse the app for coupons for products you need, clip the coupons digitally, and then present them at checkout. And don't forget about cashback apps. These apps give you a percentage of your purchase back in cash just for shopping at your favorite stores. Simply link your credit or debit card to the app, shop as you normally would, and watch the cashback roll in. You might be surprised to learn that many service providers are willing to negotiate their rates, especially if you're a loyal customer. The worst they can say is no, right? Start by gathering your bills for services like internet, cable, and phone. Then do some research to see what other providers in your area are charging for similar services. Once you have some leverage, give your current provider a call and politely let them know that you're considering switching to a competitor because their rates are lower. Be prepared to negotiate and don't be afraid to ask for a better deal. Let them know that you're a valuable customer and that you're willing to take your business elsewhere if they're not willing to work with you. Thanks for watching. If you found these budget hacks helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more money-saving tips. Building wealth and achieving financial freedom is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making small, consistent changes over time that can have a big impact on your finances in the long run. Start implementing these budget hacks today and watch your savings grow. See you in the next video.